The tides have turned, and we have taken back the power.
Whoa!
Now, that statement may have come across as politically charged, but coming from me, it's not. That statement covers way more than just the political spectrum. Let me tell you what I mean about it. So, citizen journalists and independent content creators become the new media that America is turning to. We have seen this trend been going on for quite a long time. I think COVID had a whole lot to do with it, especially when everything that you're being told and fed down that pipeline keeps flip-flopping. They never could make up their mind. It was just people got hip to it, shall we say. People started doing their own research because they were stuck indoors. They had nothing else to do other than read, spend time on the internet, and they found people who had differing opinions and different views, listened to them, did their own research, and now we have this massive wave that doesn't trust mainstream media anymore, for the most part. That's where we come in, and you can too. You are the media now, from Elon Musk. That is the message. You are the purveyors of truth and sentiment, social media influencers, bloggers, Substack writers, YouTubers, and Rumble creators. You are the news. Now, this article does go into mostly political stuff, which is not what I'm going to talk about because we saw what happened when Elon bought X and basically kind of forced a lot of people out, brought free speech back on. People that were blocked and forever banned, they finally got their accounts reinstated because that's what it was always meant to be. It was a platform for free speech and the discussion of thoughts, whether you agree with them, whether you disagree with them, whether you want to troll or whether you want to show pictures of your cat. Now, where I do want to differentiate my message to you from most of this article, I agree with a lot of it, and this is all just stated fact. So, while information was stifled under a government-led machine with its board Jack Dorsey, this is when Elon set out to dismantle it and bought X. And this is when citizen journalists took action. You have your James O'Keefe's of the world, you have your Benny Johnsons, you have your D-Day Cobras, and they did their own research. They garnered their own support and talked directly to the people. Yes, a lot of people hate them, despise them, and want them canceled. But then they also found all the people that were agreeing with them and learning every single stream, every single day. It's like, oh, the veil has been lifted. It is okay to disagree with what I'm seeing on the news every single day. It is okay to distrust what is being presented to me. And especially whenever you look in mainstream media and you see these echo chambers when every single channel is covering the exact same topics, all saying the exact same buzzwords, catchphrases, and one-liners. You can't, how long do you go through that before you realize you're living in a clown world and it's all scripted for them? Do they really believe it? Are they brainwashed themselves? Possibly. Pretty soon they'll be eating Soylent Green, but we'll be dining on steaks cooked medium rare. So you are the media now is a fitting mantra because they go back to the election. Has never been more true. A defining feature of this election cycle is the sharp decline in public trust of mainstream or legacy media. Now, this also goes back to all the celebrities giving their endorsements behind a certain person, and it didn't really do anything. It really didn't matter in the overall election cycle with the votes, popular or electoral. It didn't really do anything. It ruffled some feathers. It got a lot of people upset. By people upset, I mean the people that were trying to endorse political candidates. And when that candidate didn't win, well, they just had pity parties for themselves. And now they're turning on each other and blaming each other for, well, you shouldn't have gone so hard on that. Oh, maybe you should have spoke up. Well, maybe you spoke up too much. Because this is what they do. When they can't control you, they turn on themselves. They have to control something. These are complete control freaks. And these are the people that we used to look up to because we didn't know anything about their personal life. We just saw the movies that they made. We just listened to the songs that they sang. And that was good enough for us, and it was good enough for them. So going back outside of the political sphere to what we're doing, there are a lot of people nowadays. I mean, newspapers are basically obsolete now that go to YouTube, Rumble for entertainment news, what's happening, stuff that won't be necessarily shifted or skewed, or if it is shifted or skewed, you at least know that individual that's coming from, and you could learn about their, individual biases. You can also directly chat to us. You could directly comment on our videos. You could talk to us personally. We're not just some blob, a conglomerate media blob where your comment, where your question goes out into the ether. And that's what people want nowadays. I mean, they especially wanted it during COVID. What we craved the most was interaction with other people. Now, a lot of us didn't abide by the rules that were mandated, quote unquote, didn't abide by them. But a lot of people did, and they felt sequestered off from society. And that's what we want. So a lot of us turn to the internet. And when there's someone talking back to you, engaging in thoughtful discussion, engaging in banter, it filled a void and a need for like a human need. We are social creatures. And that's what social commentary on all this kind of stuff and us being the new media, that's exactly why it's taking off at such a ridiculous rate. And you are still free to dislike everything. You're free to like stuff. You're free to engage in conversation. You won't be canceled for it. You don't have to believe me. You can go look it up. That's why I present articles as well. It's like, okay, this is how I'm getting this information. I could show you multiple more articles and other things, but a lot of it is opinion. This is just one man's opinion. So, what's your opinion? What do you think about this? And are you ready to be the new media? It's Malty from the GCA. Y'all take care, guys.